Hello internet, I'm RWBY, and I thought I would make this video just to talk about my time at MCM London October 2016. I just have to say, it was hands down probably one of the best days of my life. And I'm going to try and talk about it as best I can. From me leaving and getting there to getting back. So I bought my ticket back in June, just because in the ones in October they always send at least 2 Rooster Teeth people, and that's the main reason I started going to these, because I love Rooster Teeth and I would love to meet people from it. So I knew they were going to send 2, and I thought, yeah, I'll get my ticket early. I have it saved on my phone, like I always do, so it's just, here, beep, all good. And I went for the priority, so I got in early. Those 2 people I found out to be Cara Eberly and Darren Zek, voices of Weiss and Blake in RWBY. And I was like, oh, that's awesome! Love it. But then, not too long after that, MCM posted a tweet with just a Y. Later on that day, they announced Barbara Dunkelman was going to be there. And I was so happy, because Barbara is one of my favourite people on the planet. And my favourite person on Rooster Teeth. I love her so much. And I was thinking to myself, please announce Lindsay. The next day, in the morning, they tweeted RWBY in red. And I was thinking, please tell me what this means. Then later on, they tweeted, what's a squad without an R? And that's when they announced Lindsay. So I found out all the voice actors of Team RWBY were going to be there, and I was so happy. And later on, they announced Jeff from Achievement Hunter. I was like, awesome, I love Jeff, he's hilarious, it's going to be awesome. And I heard Gavin was going to be there as well, but I found out that it turns out we couldn't make it, so they sent Jack Patillo instead. Which is great, I still love Jack. Just, I would have liked to meet Gavin, but for reasons I'll go into in just a sec. I was hoping to get there as the doors open, because my priority ticket, ticket and now wristband, let me get in at 9, so I was thinking, okay, I'll get in at 9, I will head straight to the queue for RWBY signings, because I'm not joking when I say this. Anytime I go to MCM, the line for anything Rooster Teeth related is enormous. The first time I went there when I met Kerry, the line was so ridiculously massive, they had to close it off a lot. I wasted way over an hour. But it was awesome, I got to meet him. And last year, when I went to see Jack Patillo and Adam Kovic, I was so lucky to actually get in, because they were only letting just a few people in, every so often. They said, yeah, you can't wait around here. So, I had to time that so right. I went to the one in May this year because I found out that Meg Turney was going to be there. I'm pointing at the signed, framed print that I have above my desk. And her queue was the biggest one I ever saw that day. And her booth was tucked at the back in a corner. That says a lot. Stuff like this is why I think we need an RTX UK. Or we just take over MCM from the inside, whichever way works. But then I found out, when I got there, basically, you can... I took stuff to get signed, I'll show that off in a minute. I found out you can... when you go to the table, the first signing, the stuff they supply, is free. But if you want any of your own stuff signed, you have to pay a certain amount of money for each person. I got my slips for each of those, paid my money, also paid for a photo session. So when I went over there, they said they closed off the queue because it was already too long. And the woman was really nice about it. I said, "Oh man, I just spent all this money and I don't want it to be wasted." Another main reason I came here. But she was saying, I hope it works out for you. Tell you what, just this is opening up again around like 3 in the afternoon. Come here like early, let's say 2, maybe quarter past. Like, get ready. I'll explain why I didn't do exactly that, and I'm so happy for it in just a sec. So yeah, that was my plan. Whilst I was waiting, I was wandering around, like, looking for stuff. I probably would have bought some more stuff, but there wasn't really a lot of stuff there that I was, like, that fussed about. I mean, I had some things in mind, one of which I got. If I see them there, then I'm definitely going to pick that up. But it was only one. I'm looking at it now. Anyway, okay, so around 12, I arranged to meet someone at a specific place outside. Thing is, though, when you walked outside, only people with, like, special weekend passes could go in that way. Everyone else had to just walk all the way around the center to get back in. I mean, the way I see it, shouldn't those with wristbands just for that day really go back in? Because their time is precious. Those people with the weekend passes, they have one more day. I went on a Saturday. So that's why I'm saying one more day. Anyway, so I did that. I went to the rest of the RWBY Q&A panel. I heard some great things. People were asking about, like, stuff chibi related, how they get into character, favorite fight scene, all sorts of good stuff. I also found out a couple dirty names of RWBY ships. Yes, this was brought up on the panel. They only said 2. And one of them they actually couldn't say. Like, I think it was Aaron who found these out. She whispered it to Barbara, and then she just goes, "Oh!" And everyone's reaction was like, "No, we can't say that." I can't remember who it was, but either Lindsay or Barbara, I think, gave a hint at it. The one they could say was the dirty version of Bumblebee, which is Titty Cat. And the one they couldn't say, but they gave a hint, it's Blake and Pura. They said it's a word that's also used for cat, followed by the word magnet. So, like, magnet. I will let you figure that out. So after that, I went to lunch, kind of lost track of time, looked at my phone, realized the photo session thing, it is ending soon. So I immediately went, "Oh shit!" I rushed over there as quick as I could, but the crowds there was so massive, and it was moving so slow, and everyone was like queuing up for lunch in the main area, and I didn't get there in time. So I was really sad about that. But it was right next to the autograph area, so I looked at my phone again, so it was like about 20 past 1. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to wait here anyway. I don't care. I was not the only one who had that idea that early. So whilst I was there, of course I made a few friends on the line, one of which made a model of Yang's arm. his whole objective there was just to creep out Yang cosplayers and Barbara, which he succeeded in. Just there has to be that one guy. So, as time was going by, I was looking back at the queue. Oh my god, it was huge! Like, there was this green carpet that was basically, okay, this is the autograph area. It went all the way back to the end of that and wrapped around! Jesus! At least I think it did. I mean, there were people just standing in a line, so, and they were like RWBY cosplayers, so it's gotta be. And when they showed up at the autograph sign, everyone was like, yes! Myself included. And it was still an hour wait. The line was that massive. Okay, and whilst I was... This is something I'm going to throw there. Whilst I was in the queue, I was still disappointed that I didn't get to the photo session. I saw people with photos of them together. And I was like, oh, I'm sad now. And I saw this card that was up at the backboard that says no post photos. I was like, so does this mean I won't get a photo with them? And I was just like really upset. I was just really sad about that. But then I saw that like people taking selfies and I was like, yes, I can still get a photo. Awesome. I got there. I got things signed. I apologized for having so much stuff, because I did. And so after, like, I got some stuff signed, I'm not joking when I say this, I was really nervous about meeting them. So I get my phone at the ready, and my hand is just trembling, like this. And I couldn't hold the phone steady, so, like, this happened with Lindsay, and she just, like, held it just to steady it, and I took the picture. And then Kara did the same thing. After that, Aaron just, like, basically took my phone, just took it herself, and Barbara did the same thing. To be honest, that works out a lot better, because I was just shaking so much. I was that nervous. But yeah, I got to say, like, all sorts of stuff. Like, when I met Barbara, I told her, like, she's one of my favorite people ever. And she said, well, hey, if you didn't watch this stuff, we wouldn't still be making it. So I replied, well, I wouldn't be watching it if it wasn't awesome. Which is true. And then one of the best things ever, just... I asked if I could have a hug, and she was like, yeah, and I got to hug Barbara, and I was so happy. Oh, it was a good day, and I can imagine my friend Keir Armstrong just watching this, looking at me on the screen, and going, I don't know, but... After that, I went to the RTUK meet, met some people, had some good conversations. Then on my way back, a guy was basically saying, like, why he disagreed with Carolina versus Meta, and I was like, whoa, 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 hang on. I will explain why Carolina won. And I basically showed off some Red versus Blue knowledge. Yeah, that happened. So after a while, I was just thinking, I got to meet Team RWBY. I basically did most of what I wanted to do. I really wanted to meet Jeff and Jack, but their last signing was finished, so I was thinking, oh man, but I got to meet Team RWBY, so I'm still so happy. And I was hanging around at the Rooster Teeth booth. The guy I walked to the meet with, like, was kind of having a chat with him. I even feel like I helped make a sale, like, at one point, so I did good. And at one point, I was just hanging around, drinking a bottle of water because I was so thirsty. And that guy just goes, dude, points. I turn around, and there's Jeff and Jack, like, they're about to leave, and I just grab my stuff, leg it, and I just asked Jeff if I could have a photo. Like, I take it, and I asked if he could sign something, and he was totally cool with it. I lucked out there. So, it's just so great. Like, after I met Jeff and Jack, I was just wandering around, and there's this thing I was thinking of doing, like, the last time I went to MCM, and this time, basically, photos of cosplayers that are Death Battle matchups. Because why not? The problem was, when I went to the one in May, and it also happened here, whenever I found one character, I could never find the other. They were nowhere around. I found a Deadpool. There was no Deathstroke. I found a RWBY. There was no marker, because we know the episode's coming. I found an Iron Man. There was no Lex Luthor. I found a couple Tracers this time. There was no Scout. It was just... it's kind of annoying. And I was thinking to myself about that. I don't know, maybe I could still find, like, some cosplayers here and there. I walked past, like, the section where Team RWBY were. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna find anyone. I'm just... At this point, I might just be best off giving up. Right as I was thinking that, a Tifa cosplayer walks right past me, and I'm like, wait a minute. That was a Tifa. This might be my chance. And there just happened to be a Yang cosplayer nearby, so I got one! And it happens to be one of my favorite episodes. I got a couple of them, like, ready, fist colliding, and then just, they're friends. Just, and I'm just like, yeah, we're cool. Also, the person I met at 12, I should explain who that is. I met back up with that person just as the place was closing, and I stayed there for a while, just having a chat. It was none other than Elsie Lovelock. And for those who don't know, like, who she is, I'll link her channel because I'm nice like that. And for any Death Battle fans, you might know her as the voice of Tracer in Tracer vs. Scout. And she'll also be on the podcast with me, Richard Korokanobi, Duo Dreamer, and Spectral Star, like, next week. So, check that out. So, yeah, we were just talking about, like, all sorts of various things. We were even talking about playing Overwatch together. Unfortunately, we play on different systems, so, well, oh well. I at least got to meet her, so that was great. And she was even talking about, like, her being really happy with the check that she got for playing Tracer in that death battle. And just as a joke, I went on to say, I believe you also got paid in the salty tears of butthurt fanboys. She just laughed and agreed, and said that she read the comments and they were hilarious. Also, when I was talking to Elsie, that stuff I brought up with the Death Battle cosplayers, I mentioned the whole, like, that whole thing. Then I found a Yang and a Tifa, so yay. I mentioned that whenever I found a Tracer, I didn't see a Scout because I was thinking of getting that episode. And me and her were really surprised. It seemed like there was no one cosplaying as anyone from TF2. Which is weird. Like, But then, like, I had to leave because I had stuff I needed to do. Also, there's something that I've got to do tomorrow, which is why my DBX reaction is going to be late. I apologize. Whatever, hopefully my hotel will have Wi-Fi. And as I was leaving, I was on the phone saying, yeah, I'll be home soon. And as I say that, I'm like, wait a minute. I was about to walk past someone cosplaying as Scout. So I took a photo with him and then tweeted it to Elsie saying, I found one. So there's that. And I'm just throwing this out there because I'm still kind of annoyed about it. Earlier, a friend of mine phoned, and okay, I went there with two friends. One of them phoned me and said, hey, I've got to go. Like, so I was like, okay, so I'll just phone like the other one and we'll meet up and just do whatever. I couldn't really make out what he was saying for the rest of it, and I was just like, alright, I'll talk to you later, bye. So after I finished with getting the meeting Team RWBY, I'm still so happy about that. And the fact I got to hug Barbara. So I phoned my other friend asking, like, because I was thinking, you know, we should probably meet up at this point because we've been separated for ages. I was like, hey dude, where are you? And he replied, I'm with the guy who left. So both of my friends left me. But, well. I still had a great time there. Like, just, it was amazing. And there's one more thing that annoyed me about today, but meeting Team RWBY was just so great, and it just eclipses the annoyances. I got on one train to get back. There was a dude sitting next to me eating a packet of crisps whilst I was starving hungry. I was just thinking, you are an arsehole. I didn't actually say that. Jesus. Later on, I got off that train, had to get on another train to get to the station that I was getting a lift home from. There was a woman sitting next to me also eating a packet of crisps. For anyone who's from the US and doesn't know what crisps are, basically what you call potato chips is crisps in England. So, that's out of the way. So that was just a little annoyance there. Anyway, time to show off what I bought and got signed. So I will start with what I purchased because it's just one thing. As I said, I had some stuff planned. If I saw that there, I would have bought it. Nothing was going to stop me. But nothing else really took my eye that much. And I've got like tons of merch lying around anyway, so yeah. And the thing I got, it's an energy sword from Halo. And this thing is so awesome. Like, it's pretty big too. Like, it doesn't fit Magic Bower. But hey, I have an energy sword, which is awesome. For some reason I like swinging this thing around. It's one of my favourite weapons in Halo, so why not? As for the things that I got signed, okay, I took this thin bit of cardboard with me so that I could put it in something else that I got signed, which I'll show in just a second. But there was something I got there. This made a perfect view. This was perfect for carrying that around because I didn't want to accidentally fold it and have it ruined. Assuming I can get this thing out, it's still in here. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you are. Come on. Get out of there. Hey. Of course it's RWBY related. It's this special, like, print they were giving out, like, with all of Team RWBY, their names, their voice actors, and I got it signed by everyone. There's Barbara, Aaron, Kara, who also happened to put Weiss there too, and Lindsay. So I will treasure this. I'll likely have it framed at some point, like a lot of stuff. keep that safe, especially because of the fact it's signed. That was not the only RWBY related thing I got signed. If you've noticed it, you've probably noticed there's something missing on my wall. That huge RWBY poster that's usually on my wall, I actually took that there and got it signed. It's this thing's really big. Bow. So everyone signed their characters. Like, okay, Lindsay signed like kind of small, but whatever, it's still signed. Then Kara and I don't know if you can see this. Hang on, one sec. Alright, then Aaron and Kara kind of went like regular. Barbara, on the other hand, practically just I was mostly Yang. So I'm going to feel very proud putting that back up on my wall. Also, by any chance, have you seen a video where I show off this diamond sword? Well, that just got even better thanks to today. Basically, if I meet someone from Rooster Teeth, then I'll ask them to sign this sword. And it's got quite a lot of signatures over the years. You got Kerry Shawcross, who I met in 2014. I would have met Miles that day, but I went on the Sunday, and that was the day, to quote Jack, who I met the following year, the day Miles' ass exploded. Speaking of me and Jack, I also met Adam Kovic that day, and then one in May, I met Meg Turney, and of course this one that just went, there's Lindsay, Kara, right here, I don't know if you can see it, like it's kind of dark, it's where Aaron signed it, and right along, that's upside down, and right here, it's Barbara, so, yeah. It's getting quite crowded on this side, wondering if I should start this side at some point. I'll see where this one goes. I still have yet to get someone to sign that end. Oh, and there was one more thing. Not only did I get signed by someone else, not only did I get signed by all of Team RWBY, but I got signed by a fifth person for once. What is the other thing I got signed? This. My Death Battle t-shirt. Yeah, I thought to myself, you know what? By the off chance, if I get to meet someone who, like, is a part of Death Battle in some way, whether they voice a character, like Ben and Chad, or just make the show, in any way, so if it's Ben and Chad, or anyone from Screw Attack, animes, you get the idea. Then, have them sign a sword. Let's sign this shirt. My first thought was, I'll see if I can, yep, Barbara, because Yang versus Tifa, and she voiced Yang in that, but I thought, wait a minute, I know they're going to do RWBY versus Maka, so Lindsay. And I know, like, nothing's been confirmed for Weiss or Blake, or just Karen Aaron just voicing a character in Death Battle in general, but we know if Weiss or Blake are announced that they're going to be voiced by them. Come on. Would I either have them sign it and not know if they will be announced, or would I rather them not sign it and then run the risk of them even being announced in season 3, and then I'm thinking, oh, son of a bitch, and I would be really annoyed for a long time, because I would have had the chance and I wouldn't have taken it. So this way works out pretty well. Oh, and the fifth signature, I don't know if you can see it. It was Elsie. So I have one who's going to be in Death Vessel, two that might be, and two that were. So, and they also both won. So that was awesome. And when I got this signed, I actually decided to go out and buy this. It's a special Sharpie for like a permanent marker that it just won't come off in laundry. So yeah, this is permanent. Anyway, that was basically my day at Comic-Con. I was so happy that I got to meet the voice actors of Team RWBY and Jeff. I just realized I never showed Jeff's signature on the sword. It's this one. In fact, that's kind of the main reason why. That's a reason why I'd love to meet Gavin. I mean, I still love seeing Jack, but yeah. I mean, it would have been one more. Dad. Maybe some other time. Anyway, that was my day at MCM London Comic-Con. I have a lot of editing to do for this alone. And I still have one more thing to record before I'm finally done for the day. So I'm going to get to that. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure subscribe if you want. And I'll see you later. Bye.